So we have the fixtures out for the new Nations Championship starting next year, and I'm excited. I am a sucker for this sort of thing. I think it's a good idea. We've had discussions in the past in videos saying, is it demeaning to the World Cup? Does it mean a bit less? Is it like a mini World Cup? Well, I think it's different enough. And also, I think it's time to get some order to these summer and autumn internationals, as I see it as a Northern Hemisphere guy, rather than just sorting out your own tours and that sort of thing, because it's a little bit fairer, it's a bit more structured. It is better for business. You're going to get better sponsors because it's reliable, it's consistent, you know what you're getting. It's a bit like in England when they went from the organise your own fixtures for clubs to the league structure, and everything had to be ordered, and internationals really had to catch up, I think, and I think this is a great way of doing it. The winners, well, everyone involved, and that is the Six Nations teams, plus the Southern Hemisphere giant, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, and 2 invitational teams, meaning, if you play your cards right, you stay in, but maybe you go out. So that's a little bit disconcerting, but Fiji are really proving their worth at the moment, and we can see they are a serious tier 1 nation now. Japan may be the ones that are a little bit on the brink. They're a little bit weaker at the moment, and there's other sides maybe looking in going, hey, maybe we should be there. Maybe a side like Georgia potentially. And yes, before you say, Japan is not a Southern Hemisphere side. It's in the Northern Hemisphere, but it's so far away from the Six Nations teams. I think it's fine in people's heads, but let me know if you think that's a little bit far-fetched. But anyway, I think it probably is the right 12 teams, but certainly if you're outside that, you're going to be losing out, because this is a big cash cow. This is really good to say to sponsors, we're in this massive competition. Fiji, Japan, probably the biggest winners there, so they're going to be absolutely delighted. And also what I really like about it is it's north versus south. Half the fixtures are going to be based in the south in the summer, instead of those summer tours where Northern Hemisphere go to the south, and then half are going to be in the autumn, where traditionally the Southern Hemisphere sides tour in the north anyway. So you have a bit of advantage with the Southern Hemisphere teams at home in the summer, weeks 1 to 3, and then the Northern Hemisphere sides at home in 4, 5 and 6. And also they've guaranteed north and south matchups in the finals. And the finals this time is going to be in London, and this event, I should say, is biannual, so it's between World Cups and Lions tours. So if I read this right, every single match in these finals is a north versus south clash, and finishing off the grand finale with the best Southern Hemisphere side against the best Northern Hemisphere side to see who is the best in the world, kind of, because I guess the final could have been South v South or North v North, but they want to guarantee North v South to get some identity to the tournament and also retain as many viewers as possible. It's actually quite clever, because if your side is out and say you're a Northern Hemisphere side, say Italy, maybe you would support another Northern Hemisphere side in the final. Maybe the exception is potentially England. I understand people love to hate England, and I get that, and I quite like it actually, but maybe it retains more viewers that way, and it also gives a bit more, not only which side is winning the thing, also is it the north, is it the south, and you get a cool record going up of where they're at, who's the best hemisphere if you like, plus Japan. And if I've read this right, the finals is over 3 days, and that's 2 matches per day, so double headers per day at the same venue. This time out, Twickenham or Allianz if you have to say that, but London, that definitely wins out. The RFU are surely going to get a big cut of this cash. I'm guessing every 2 years it goes to somewhere different in the finals. The other obvious big city would be Paris, but I'm guessing maybe it would go down south to potentially Sydney, say, but that's an interesting one. Great big plus for London there, huge boost there, loads of ticket sales, loads of extra cash coming into the economy. So definitely England are kind of winners in that respect in this first edition. Let me know if it was the right first venue, but I think logistically, just pure economics, it makes sense. And an amusing thought to finish it out, I just feel for the groundsman. Goodness me, at Allianz Twickenham, they are going to have a hell of a time. 2 matches every day with top internationals tearing up their lovely pitch. 6 games in a row. This pitch is going to be ruined. I imagine maybe they're going to have to relay it after that. I don't know. Not sure why I went there, but I was just thinking poor pitch. Did anyone else think that? Anyway, guys, do you like the format? I'm saying I do. I'm very excited. And who would win the thing at the moment? What would the final be, North versus South? Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you next time.